Howdy folks, and welcome back to Dungeon Meshi. Today we're going to be watching episode 6, which is titled, interesting title here today, Court Cuisine, not lean cuisine, court cuisine, and boiled in salt water. So court cuisine, kind of like the snacks last time, not something specific, but just a general genre of thing. And then boiled in salt water, an all new episode title type, I guess, kind of reminiscent of orcs in that not an actual food, but also not reminiscent of orcs, a preparation style for food. So definitely intriguing stuff here. Court cuisine almost sounds like it's going to be a flashback episode for somebody, though I don't know of, at least from what we've heard so far, anybody serving in any kind of court or anything like that. It could be Senshi backstory about where he came from before he went to the dungeon, or it could be, I don't know, it could be any of them, to be honest. We really don't know too much about a lot of characters' pasts. So, hey, I'm intrigued in watching. This series has not steered me wrong so far. At this point, after this one, we'll be about a quarter of the way done, give or take like a half of an episode or so. I think there's 26 total, so 6.5 would be the quarter mark here. So for all intents and purposes, we'll be about a fourth of the way done with the season after this one. So we're making progress, folks. You love to see it. Got my tier list handy, so let's scooch over here and get ready to watch this thing. Thank you for taking the time to watch me watch this thing. As always, do all the YouTube things. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can see when these come out. Leave a like on the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And as always, if you want these early, uncut, unedited, there's a link to the Patreon in the description below. With all that being said, nice brisk intro out the way, let us get started with Dungeon Meshi Delicious in Dungeon, Episode 6, Court Cuisine Boiled in Salt Water. The Court Cuisine will not be boiled in salt water. Those are the two segments. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. You know, the Court Cuisine could be boiled in salt water. We could get two things boiled in salt water here. Who knows? And while the intro plays, my tea for tonight is Rooibos, which I may or may not have had last time. I don't remember. I tend not to pay too close attention to it, but just kind of a general feeling in my mind. Like, oh, I haven't had this one in a while. But then I mix my two shows up that I'm going through, so who knows? If I have the same tea twice in a row, it's completely by accident. Poor Fallon, just like chilling naked inside of that dragon's tummy. Somehow he ate off all of her food. Or all of her clothes, all of her food. See what I've got on the brain. Men think about one thing only, and it's disgusting. It's food.
This one's locked too. Just give me a sec.
How quick is he on that?
We've been walking for a while now. How's about we set up camp here and rest for a bit?
Also, yeah, I was about to say, also, I'm hungry.
It figures she's hungry. We've been eating snacks all day and nothing else.
Fair. Direct continuity from last time. You love to see it.
We need food or we won't have the energy to fight. But to have the energy to fight, we need rest, and now I'm confused.
Not that hard to do for Leos, right? I do like that kind of ideas carry over from episode to episode. Yes, I know this was a running manga series.
I bet it was something to see back in the
But,
day.
oh, is this the court? Oh, the old Scooby-Doo portrait. Loved. Oh boy.
The only ones using this room now are the undead.
I don't think I've said this in this series yet. Also, I'm trying to speak into the mic. I'm trying to speak this way watching the show, and also pay attention to the waveform over on OBS, and it's just not quite picking up properly. But if I bring the microphone too close to the chair, it bumps into it. So I have to assume this is going to be okay. I'll just project a little louder. But anyway, I did this pause anyway to say, I don't think I've said it in this series in particular yet, but I am like deathly allergic to dust. Anytime there's a big dust buildup anywhere and I have to do any kind of dusting, like I am just like, my throat is sore. My voice just kind of gets like this for like days. I sound like RFK Jr. for a little while. So, you know, with the advent of COVID and everyone stocking up on masks, like a godsend to just wear those things. Who knew? Us filthy Americans who never wore masks for anything before, and I guess technically after this, a lot of us don't. But who knows? A little bit of a mask can go a long way as far as making you not feel horrible in terms of dusting. And I say that looking back at the Pokemon cards back here, because those things You know, those things don't get touched very often. So I'm now, as I'm saying this, I'm like, I think I probably need to dust up there. But regardless, like anytime I watch a show and I see a character like, you know, do the old like grabbing dust from something on their finger, like I just like in my head, I'm just kind of like, nope, can't deal with it. I do not like it because like, I don't know, it just sucks. I'm horrible with dust. That's all I wanted to say.
I wish we'd get attacked by something other than some dumb ghost. It'd be awesome if a roast pig came charging in.
What are
Let's try
you
this.
talking about?
What are you talking about? Roast pig is in 2 episodes from now.
Wait. We got food right in front of us.
We can eat that damn painting. Oh no, it's a Mario 64 situation. It just comes out, there's like X's on her eyes in the painting.
Look at all those fat, juicy grapes she's got.
Leos,
Just
buddy.
so we're clear here, your plan was to eat the food in the painting?
That's right. It's a good idea, don't you think?
No, absolutely not.
Taste the pie in the sky, don't you?
No, the pie in the painting.
If these are living paintings, then the pies in them should be eatable.
Okay, but you could also get killed in there. If you die, that's on you.
Deal.
Well, I'm glad this episode is titled Court Cuisine instead of Living Paintings.
Tongue will pull you
That would have
back.
kind of given it away a little bit. This is so much more interesting.
This one looks like it'll work. There's food waiting on the table. Do your thing, painting!
All right, I hope I still have the sound effect, but ba 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 ba. I should. Oh God.
Oh,
Who are you?
crap. I've been spotted.
I've never seen armor like that. But you are Palace Guard, aren't you?
Oh, it's like there's like a whole ass world in here.
Goodness sake, I never have enough help.
Also, don't eat those. Whatever you do, do not eat them.
My word, what a clever-looking boy we have. When you grow up, little one, you shall become a great king.
I, could use a...
I have it! Delgol! And one day you shall be King Delgol.
That does it! I lost my appetite!
Oh,
So ready to go.
yo, this painting sucks ass. Get me out of here. I don't have an eye for art history.
I was this close to eating something there. But then, the mood in the room killed my appetite.
The what? Why's the mood a problem?
How do you expect a guy to eat if the vibe's weird?
This is somehow the most ridiculous thing that has happened in this series. And there's been a lot of ridiculous things so far, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more ridiculous things to come. But somehow the man who won't shut the fuck up about eating everything in the dungeon that he can get his grubby little mitts on is turned off by a guy naming his child with a bowl of fruit in front of him. And that's like the one thing, like he said, I might die in this painting, but damn it, I gotta go for the food. And he turned it down. First chance he got. We love you, Leos. But get your priorities straight, man. Either eat the food or don't eat the food. Make up your damn mind. And of course, it's a good thing I missed the play button here because I was just gonna say this whole rest of this little section of episode is probably just gonna be him admiring all the paintings, being like, no, not that one, not that one, not that one either. At least. I hate to say it, but at least see if they have any nudes in this gallery. At least if you're gonna eat, like, eat with a naked lady. Come on, live a little, Leos.
Hey, how about this one?
Also,
Everyone
do
looks
not
like they're
hop
having
into the
fun.
MC Escher.
There's even a naked guy dancing.
Oh shit.
Here I go!
Oh, okay. Maybe naked guys are more his speed. Sorry for assuming, Leos.
You drunken... You are in the presence of the prince!
Somehow all of his armor comes off and he's the naked guy in the photo or in the painting.
Today is my wedding day. This man was just celebrating, not being insolent.
But Prince Delgol,
Oh, that's the same guy. They're all of the same family.
go on then.
I guess that makes sense. You're in the OP, I think, aren't you? Character that just walked by. So yeah, not only are we getting little tastes of this world, like it's a running like plot line in here. Come on, take a bite. Please. Oh, poisoned at his wedding? Can he hop out of the painting and reset the scene, basically? He could save that guy's life. Oh yeah, what happens if you try to take the food out?
Sorry.
He needs a doctor. Go and find him.
That elf was in the other painting, too.
Interesting. Oh. I just assumed your time's up, that you were done in there.
Check it out, guys. I brought a whole bunch of goodies back, so let's
Did you?
get to...
Yeah, no.
Where the hell is it?
Man, he is going to take a bite in there and realize it tastes like oil, right?
I'll have to eat what I can while I'm still inside it.
The crowning of somebody. Oh, 4-course meal from the Royal Court Cuisine. I'm going to wait to add this to the tier list because I don't think this is real.
So that prince inherited the crown. Delicious.
In dungeon.
Delicious.
In
I
dungeon.
thought it would taste like paint, but this is a real feast.
Now, the question is, if he comes out of the painting, is he going to be full still, or is he still going to be hungry? Because this isn't real, right? A moment in time.
Can I have some more?
That's that same lady too, right? She's like, I've seen you before.
Time to head back.
Oh, it's you again.
Hey, it's that same elf.
What are you doing here, outsider?
Uh-oh.
He knows.
You were there when the prince was born, and his wedding. What do you want?
Look, man, I'm just hungry. Oh.
I will burn your flesh to ash.
All right, so does damage care? Oh, the fire.
He was so pissed at me.
You did crash his party.
Well, it wasn't his party per se. He just happened to be there.
How could I be hungry again?
Yeah, okay, it's not real. So, all right. So that confirms it. That is going to go, that's essentially an NA on the list. I don't feel confident ranking it because it ain't real, right? It'd be just the same as you know, admiring a painting of like a still life of fruit in an art gallery, right? Because it's not real. It's not going to feed you. It might feed your mind or your soul, but not your tummy. So therefore, my first NA on the list, not on the tier list. That being said, I'm curious. Like I said, I think I saw that one elf character in the OP. I don't know if elves in this world have the long lives that they have associated with them in like Tolkien, right? Where elves are essentially immortal unless they are killed. So it wouldn't shock me if they run into this character still alive at some point, maybe still down here. If this was, you know, the Golden Country or whatever they called it at the start, that essentially became this sprawling dungeon, right? So they might run into this character again at some point, given, you know, this might be our soft introduction to him, and I'll be looking out for him in the future. I think that's really interesting. That's a fascinating way to introduce a character if they are going to become recurring in some fashion. That's awesome. I like it. As far as the food, though, hey, we'll see what ends up getting boiled in salt water later. I really hope it's food. I hope I actually get to add something to my tier list today. But as of right now, remaining just as is.
Told you it was a dumb idea, dummy.
Thanks for wasting our time.
And now all of us are even hungrier because we had to just sit around here. That was silly. I don't know how consequential it's going to be for the rest of everything. It could be good backstory on the royal family of whoever lived here before. But that could also be not important and just a fun idea for a story, right?
My gut's telling me that's a mimic. That chest
we are getting
definitely
Mimic.
wasn't there before.
I've been excited for Mimic.
Not too hidden, not too obvious. The kind of spot those bastards love to ambush you from.
Yeah, and of course he would have the most history with mimics, being the designated like chest opener, I would assume, right? I don't know why I thought he was gonna like put
Tell 'em
that
about
sheet
the
right
mimic.
over
I
Marseille.
know Laios and Senshi would want to eat it, which means I'll have to open the chest. No thanks. Over the years, those bastards caused me nothing but grief.
Are we? Oh, we are gonna get a little backstory.
It's not locked and there's no trap.
Oh, that was his first death.
Pick the lock on this one, so it can't be a mimic.
No, they evolve. Ooh, look at the animation on that shot.
It can't grab me.
That's what you think, bud.
I've got to disarm the trap.
Awesome.
Something bothering you?
Me?
Betty's tired. I say we let the kids sleep, and one of us can take his
Don't
turn
call him
keeping
kid,
watch.
Senshi.
For the last time, I'm not a kid.
How old are you then?
None of your business.
17.
You never told us your age or where you're from.
I'd like
keep
to
my
know.
work and personal life separate.
If that's what you want, but one day you'll regret it.
Whatever.
Somebody will grump.
I love this crew so much.
Hey, clumsy head.
Clumsy head.
I'm gonna go get some water.
Wait up, I'll go with you.
Nah, I'll be all right.
Okay, but watch your back.
It's in the next room.
It's prowling around somehow. He's gonna turn around. It's gonna be right on the other side of the... As soon as he turns. No, that coin's a mimic. Or a bug. One of the two.
A coin insect.
Oh, it was. See, I like that we know that that's just part of the world now.
They're copycats like those damn mimics. Just cuter. Wait! Don't go in there. The mimic's hiding.
Oh no, a trap! Oh, fuck. Damn, Marcel should have gone with me after all.
Marcia will notice I didn't come back and come looking.
Nope,
What am
she's
I
passed the
saying?
fuck out.
Knowing her, she went right back to sleep. Opening doors is my specialty. I can do this. No sweat.
Yeah, especially doors that are the result of traps, right?
I don't hear any ticking noises behind the walls, so there's no time limit. I can tell there's switches on the walls, which probably makes spears shoot up from the floor. If I push them in the wrong order, I'm done for.
Yeah, watch your foot, buddy.
And in what order do I have to push them? There's another switch on the wall by the mimic!
Damn.
I'm gonna have to deal with that rotten thing after all! Maybe there's a hint somewhere. I should be so lucky.
Yo, I love escape rooms. I haven't done one in a long time, but I love them. I like how, you know, all the time when we've seen him, granted, earlier, the upper parts of the dungeon are the ones that they've seemingly have experienced more. Like, they seem to know, like, which paths led where. We could go around, that would take longer, or we could go through the shortcut with the traps, or we could do this. Is, you know, they knew their options. Whereas down here, they seem a little, you know, like they haven't explored this as much or even at all. But I love the fact that, you know, I said all that to say, like, most of the time we assume that Chilchuck kind of knows what he's doing as far as like, yeah, the traps were here last time. I know to hit the wall right here with the sword and all that. But, you know, we never hear his internal monologue thinking like, okay, step here. Like in the Kakiage episode where we saw him, he just kind of like went around, examined the floor and said, okay, step exactly how I step, and then did the thing. We didn't hear any of his internal monologue. Whereas here it's like, we're getting all of it. And it's just like, you know, like he said, like his work and his personal life, we get to hear a little bit of his work, like his internal, no pun intended, but his internal mechanisms about how he thinks about things such as traps and all that. And wouldn't it be funny if that mimic actually wasn't a mimic after all? Though I am kind of interested. I was trying to get a feel for like how they look or how they act, but it seems like there's different types of mimics. Like one had a claw, one sucked him in, one seemed to be like the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones when you opened it. So it's interesting that it's not one like uniform kind of thing, and not like how all the mimics in Dark Souls like sprout arms and legs and have like the really toothy mouth with a big old tongue sticking out, right? So that's interesting to me, though. I kind of really want to get a look at it, and I'm really curious what form it takes and how it tastes.
Guess all I can do is wait till the others wake.
Oh, all of the above, maybe.
Molly!
Well, good reflex there. Oh. Ooh, yo, the animation on that was insane. That looks so good.
Too close calls. Get any closer?
Okay, so it's just crab-like. A box crab. Isn't that a thing? A box crab in real life? I mean, obviously, I know they're not boxes.
When you flip a mimic over, the way it struggles is cute. With its belly up, you can see if it's a boy or a girl.
Oh. Yo, show me that mimic dick.
How can I flip it over? There's no way!
Oh, yo, lure it over some of the spears and press a switch, right? Ooh, boy. You did it.
Damn mimic.
Poor Scarf.
Hopefully the others heard me and... Huh? You were empty this whole time? Wait.
That's the bug.
letters.
Oh.
They're the same ones as the one on the plate. The sun shall rise. The moon shall set. The stars shall brightly shine. And the winds of fortune.
Yo, the animation on
blow your way
these chases are so
forever.
good. Even the little bit on his fist as he pressed the button. Like, very, very slight impact frames, and I loved it. Oh, get fucked. So is the box part of its body?
Come on, Chilchuk hasn't come back yet.
Oh, she did notice.
Chilchuk.
He's like, face down, he's like, oh, by the way.
Alive, dummy.
Ooh, boy.
Chilchuk, you bagged a mimic. Nice going.
No, that does look
I
good.
never cooked one of these before. Can't be too hard.
Don't waste your breath, Marcel. They're gonna cook it no matter what you say.
Haven't you seen the other 5 episodes? They're gonna cook it no matter what, right?
First, we'll boil a big pot of water. Then add some salt. And then
Nice
pop
little
the lid
midnight
on.
snack. They're gonna turn red, huh? Just like real crab. Leos is so impatient. Damn it, I've been thinking about mimics since we re-entered the dungeon. I want to eat it so fucking bad.
Should be boiled enough. It's ready.
All right. This is going straight to the top of the list. Straight to the top. I'm not even leaving room for anything above this. Boiled mimic. So just recently, a story to tell. Well, several stories to tell about crab, actually. And like I said, a little crab, a little lobster. I'm just going to go with general crustacean. Growing up, we'd visit family out of state and everything. And they always liked to go and buy like a, I don't know if it was a full-on bushel, but it was a big old fucking box, like about, let me scoot back, about like yay big and like yay tall. And it was just filled to the brim with crabs. Just like boiled Atlantic crab and like kind of Old Bay seasoning kind of all on them. And, they would just kind of go outside at like 3-4 o'clock and just fucking sit there all afternoon and evening and just like pick away at these crabs, like full crabs, like to where like I learned how to, where to start to like pull the shell off, clean out the guts, like, remove everything, get the meat like both inside like the body portion and the claws. And you know what? Crab is fucking delicious. And also just very recently, I was on a business trip in Phoenix, and a vendor took myself and some others out to dinner at this Asian fusion restaurant. And one of the courses that they brought out for us was king crab claws and legs. And fuck me, they were the best thing I ever had, basically. They were, king crabs are fucking huge. So they had the claws and everything, and they essentially just like had them cooked and like split in half completely. So it kind of made like a trench or a trough that you could just kind of like take your fork and just, you weren't eating these with chopsticks, despite the fact it was like an Asian fusion restaurant. And I know not all Asian cultures use chopsticks, but this was one of the ones where I did not feel bad about using my fork. But you essentially go and just like peel it out from inside the little trench that the rest of the leg or claw made. And like, oh fuck, it was good. I'd never had king crab before that, and like, oh, it's amazing. So this boiled mimic, I've had enough crustacean to know that this is going like straight to the top. And big crustacean. I'm not a fan of crawfish, even though I live down in Southeast Texas. It's a big thing down here. Everyone goes fucking crazy for crawfish. Not my favorite. Not because I don't like them, because I think it's too much work for not enough meat. Stuff like crab and lobster is like the perfect amount of work for an acceptable amount of meat. This looks fucking amazing. And I really hope Chilchuk changes his mind about eating it. This is... Ooh, buddy. I want more. I want this. To use the buffet kind of analogy I've been using for this. I see these here. I'm coming back for seconds and probably thirds. I'm getting a full plate of just like mimic legs and claws. Oh, it looks so good. Please don't tell me they take a bite. They're like, this sucks actually. Ugh. I'd be so fucking sad because this is one of the best looking things that they've had in the whole show so far.
It's so hard to get the meat out of it.
Try using the other end of that.
Use a hammer, right? Use the butt of your sword and just like crack it open, right?
Mind if I borrow your thingies?
Thingies?
Those doohickeys you always use. Your picking tools. Picking tools. Picking tools.
You mean my thief's tools? Not for mimic. Definitely not for mimic. Oh no. See, that's just rude.
That's easy.
He's very against the idea. That's rude. Oh, he's gonna love it though, I bet. I hate to admit it, but they're fucking delicious.
It's really good.
Yeah, this mimic sure is delicious.
Oh, I would go fucking ape shit on these things. Even Marcile's going ham. Look at her.
Yeah, I heard
She's
the
just-
station's midgut was icky.
If you knew the mimic was in there, why didn't you tell us?
I've had nothing but bad experiences with them. The last thing I wanted to do was have to deal with another one.
Well, now here's a bittersweet experience with one.
Well, first was panicking because I thought it would eat the treasure insect.
But mimics don't eat treasure insects.
Yeah, you dummy.
Yeah, treasure insects eat mimics. When it finds a mimic, it crawls through an opening in the chest and lays its eggs.
Really?
When the eggs hatch, the larvae eat the mimic.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Like treasure. Someone comes along, picks them up, and boom, they're free to find more mimics.
And then that's what happened with the other party in the other episode,
and stop
right?
coddling me, I'm not a kid!
Tell me how old you are and I'll never do it again. What happened to you today happened because you insist on being secretive.
Damn it,
So
Marcile.
come on now and tell me how old you are.
37.
I'm turning 29 this year.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you're just a kid after all. I
I was gonna say to the elf, of course,
We're
right?
way older than that.
Everyone's a kid to you races with long lives!
I was gonna say, you're probably the
What's
same age
your
as
problem?
Leos.
Should I call you sir?
Oh, he's older than him.
But tomorrow, they might be the meal. Ah, dungeon food. Delicious in dungeon.
That was a really fun episode. I really liked both segments there. That was awesome. God, I can't stop thinking about how hard I would go on that fucking mimic. Oh my god. No food on the show has affected me this much and made me want to just like fucking just like get up, stop the recording, and just like go get it, or our real world equivalent of it. But God, ooh, buddy, oh, buddy. I don't even know how I'm supposed to end this fucking video other than saying like it was a great episode and now I'm fucking hungry. Yes, I've been hungry for the other episodes, but this one more so than the rest. All right. I will say, like I was saying, I think it's really cool. I love that this series just keeps coming up with or I guess the original mangaka. I forgot her name. Thank y'all for correcting me earlier. Typically when I don't know somebody's gender, I resort to they, them pronouns for them. But for whatever reason, I didn't and said he for the mangaka. So sorry about that. She, once again, forgetting her name, Ryoko something, I think. Just has such a clever mind for thinking of really cool ways to like figure out how these things interact and just these tiny little facts about them. Like how, like, I love seeing that. Like, yes, we got the treasure insects in the last episode. Yeah, that was the last episode. But just getting a little bit more about them and how they interact with some of the other stuff we come into contact with, I thought that was really fucking cool. But yeah, just building and building upon the lore. I think I liked this one better than the last one, and I liked the last one a whole hell of a lot. It wasn't as heavy with the Leos, feeling guilt about his sister and all that kind of Fallon talk, and even the Fallon flashback. This was just like a really fun, goofy segment, and then like a tense, stressful segment with the best damn food we've seen in the show yet. It was a win-win. Just completely different, once again, no pun intended, flavors of genre to give us, and it just made for just a nice, cohesive 2-course meal here. Just real good stuff here. I'm loving this fucking show, folks. It's just good shit. And I don't know what else to say about it. There was no plot progression here. This, aside from just learning like world building and all that kind of stuff, maybe that elf coming back in a later episode. I'm still going to keep that open in my mind. But as far as actual plot progression that we know about today, not much. But then again, there hasn't been too much of that this whole show, outside of like episode 1 and then the sequence with the orcs kind of telling us where we need to go. And even then, that was just kind of we could have eventually found our way back there anyway, right? But yeah, it doesn't matter when the show is this enjoyable, creative, inventive, great animation, like I said, with the mimic chasing Chilchuck, all the stuff in the paintings, like just a slightly different art style on a couple of the characters, I think. not too noticeable. Mostly I'm more thinking of the one elf who kind of had like the really evil anime face as he was like, "What are you doing here?" to Leos. But yeah, just like, fuck. The show's just really good, and I don't know how else to put that without blathering on. So I think I'm going to stop here. Hey, what did you think of this episode, dear viewer? Do you agree with my placement for the Mimic? Because honestly, that's the only thing we got added to the tier list today, since the other one does not exist. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out, and I'll catch you next time with the next episode of Dungeon Meshi. Delicious in Dungeon. Take it easy, everybody.